Hello and welcome. My name is Deepak Mishra and I'm a doctor by profession and I live in Germany. As you know, we make a lot of videos regarding post graduation in Germany for international doctors, nurses, dental professionals who want to come and work in Germany. I always get a question, especially from doctors and dentists, that how do we get admission in PG in Germany? Now, today in this video, I would like to explain some very simple facts to you. Whenever somebody tells me that, okay, doctor, how can I get admission? Even though people who are in the process, who are like about to begin, they have done all their research, and at the end they ask me, how can I get admission in PG in Germany? Whenever I hear this word admission in PG in Germany, the thing that comes to my mind that okay, this person has no idea about the entire system, because in Germany there is no system of getting admission in PG, the medical PG I'm talking about, as in the residency. If you want to, if you're taking admission in, say, for example, a neuroscience BSc course or MSc course or any other courses like that, and that is a different thing. But a clinical, a postgraduate residency, for that there is no admission. Then, when there is no admission, then how does one start it? How does one get into it, and what is the process? See, here the system is that what we know from other countries, like for example in India, it's that the post graduation is institution based. That means a particular institution XYZ has the authority. You get admission in that institute, and you complete your 3 years or whatever duration there is, and after that you take the exam and you pass it, and then you get a certificate or a degree that okay, you have completed this residency. In Germany, it's little different. Here it is not institution based, it is rather person based. Person based means the professor or the head of the department who works at that hospital, he has the authority or responsibility to train other doctors. That means he gets that responsibility entrusted to him from the medical council, from the Erste Kammer. Okay. Now the Erste Kammer gives this to a particular professor, particular head of the department, and when you work with this professor under his guidance for a particular duration, for example, in neurology, it's a 5 years duration. That means if you do for 5 years of neurology under one professor who has a training authority of 5 years, that means after 5 years you can apply for the FACATS exam, and you can once you pass the exam, you get the title of FACATS. Okay, so it is not that which university or which university. That is a question, basically, which university. So you don't talk about universities here. You talk about which branch. That is okay, and under which head of the department. So that when you apply to the hospital to get a job, what is important is that you need to know that if that professor or if that head of the department, if he has the training to or the authority to train you or train other doctors. Now, where do you find that? You find that on the website of the either the hospital, they also mention it sometimes, but the Ärztekammer, that's the medical council, they always, all the medical councils in Germany, all 16 of them, have their own, I mean, more than 16, there are one, two, some states have multiple medical councils. So they definitely have the list of the individuals or professors who are responsible to train particular department to their employees and to their co-workers, and that you can find on the website. So that is how you get that. Getting admission in PG is getting a job. That means you apply to a particular department, to a particular professor, tell him or her that okay, I'm interested in working with you, I would like to work in this hospital, I find these things are great, I think this way I can contribute my skills and knowledge to your team. So you show that. When you meet that professor, you show how intelligent you are, how hardworking you are, how good language you speak, in how much short time you have done that. So how many like extracurricular credentials you have. So you impress that person and you get the job. Basically, it is getting a job. Like you go in any other job interviews, it's like getting a job. Once you get that job, then you work with that person for that duration of time, and then that is recognized. Now, in this duration, what happens if you switch? That means you worked for a particular place for 2 years, and now you feel that okay, I mean, it's not that good as I thought initially. Now, I would move to another place, or maybe once you get in the system, you get more and more idea that okay, which procedure is done at what place, what training is at what place, or maybe because of family circumstances, you have to move to another city, or if you like to move, you started for example in a smaller city and now you want to move to a bigger one. So that way again, you are not bonded to that university or that hospital. What happens is that you can find another job, same job process, job search, and you can go over there. When you have done more than 6 months of training at particular hospital, then that training is recognized in that branch. That means if I have done orthopedics, for example, in one hospital for 2 years, and then I go to another hospital after 2 years and continue from there, then this 2 years of orthopedics that I have done after a probation will be counted as my post graduation as a residency. And then at other place I have to just do the 4 years remaining. Okay, and then also if I feel that okay, now I mean I have now 2 years again I do, then I move to third place, then 2 years over there. So that flexibility is there. That is why like we have that okay, you take admission in one institute and you're stuck there for 3 years. Now you are at mercy of those people if they allow you to take the exam, if they teach you, if they don't pass you, they don't pass you. So here it's not like that. You're not at mercy of anyone. I mean, obviously you need to be in good books of your seniors so that you will learn. I mean, you cannot force anybody to teach you, but then that is a good thing here, that you have if you feel that okay, now there is no scope for me, no opportunity for me, even after being here for 1 year, 1.5 years, you see that okay, initially I was new but now I'm like experienced over here and still I'm not getting anything, then you might want to consider moving to some other place. So that way the concept of taking admission in PG, it's not there, it's a job. That is what you should look upon. And you should it's not like that when you have, for example, when you take admission in PG, then you stay there. For example, nobody can remove you. I mean, obviously they can remove you on disciplinary actions in India and all, but here it's 6 months probation time. That means you come here, they take you, like they like you probably in the interview, they take you, but then if you don't fit or don't match to their expectations, they might tell you to go away in those six months. That 6 months of probation time, it's very crucial, especially for foreigners. So one has to take that into consideration as well. So that way you have to understand that getting the job is all the things that are required with job, like good interview, good skills, hard working, personality, sticking more than 6 months. Those things have to be attributed. Those things have to be focused, and not just getting a seat. I mean, it's not like getting a seat where you have to write a couple of exams and you get a seat in a university or in a hospital. It's not like getting a seat. It's a continuous process. All right. So yeah, with this I wanted to clear this doubt, which I mean most people who are in this process know this, but still I get these questions about how to get an admission in the university. So then that time that way I thought that okay, let me make a short video and just explain it to you a little bit about that. All right, have a nice time. Bye bye. And more videos, more concepts, whatever things you like. I see those comments on YouTube. Please write the comments. I will try and include those comments and answer to them in my coming videos, in my short videos, and hopefully will be beneficial to you. As I have told you before, we are working on the roadmap course, the long one, the not the short roadmap course which is already there, but the longer one, which is going to be regular sessions, regular guidance, along with more and more video content. So we'll keep you updated about that when it comes. All right then, have a nice time. Bye bye.